You're not lazy, you're not broke, you're just really overstimulated and constantly comparing yourself to people. I notice a lot of women out there tend to think they're just really lazy and can't get anything done, but productivity culture has distorted what enough looks like. Hustle is praised, rest now feels like failure, and then burnout gets misled by laziness. Overstimulation is the silent mental epidemic. Constant noise, social media, TVs, phones, YouTube, things like that. It's like there's so much noise and we don't give ourselves enough time to self-regulate because humans were not supposed to be exposed to so much of everything at once. We were not supposed to see other people's lives the way we do on social media. There's no time for the brain to process these emotions, so the first thing we tend to do is compare our lives to other people's naturally because, like I said, we weren't supposed to see that. We're just seeing the highlight reel of people's lives. We have absolutely no idea what goes on. Your brain was never designed for 24/7 input. So even posting on social media can be overwhelming for some people, mainly because we weren't meant to be exposed to a bunch of people's comments and a bunch of people's like things to say and being criticized in a certain way. But really it's like, you're gonna get judged regardless. And now we even have like AI and things like that we're exposed to, and it's like crazy stuff now, dude. I said this in my last video, but comparison is literally the thief of joy. If I'm constantly comparing myself to other people's lives and what they have that I might not, I'm actually focusing more on my anxiousness and less on my gratitude. The thing in the brain that has to do with your anxiousness also has the same like chemicals with gratitude. So if I'm focusing more on what I'm anxious about and what I don't have, I'm actually focusing less on my gratitude. Crazy. With my clients, because I'm a personal trainer as well, I always try to remind them what they should be grateful for. Because I was at a point where I felt like, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. I was a very materialistic person at a certain point. But then I realized there is so much that I already do have. And if I focus more on those things, and I thank God for those things that He's given me, I'm not gonna be worried. I'm not gonna stress about what I don't have. And it's not to say that I can't work for those things, because if you really do want something, psychology shows that you can get that thing. But it's a matter of, you know, is it really worth it? So many people walk around thinking something is wrong with them, when in reality, they're literally just mentally exhausted and the world never shuts up. Like, for example, for me, I felt like I was never doing enough. We have 24 hours in a day, and I was thinking like, well, we sleep for 8 of those hours, so that's only 16 hours to do what I want to do. And by the time I wake up, I feel like I don't even have my priorities straight, and I don't have things that I want to accomplish and get done. So I'm like stressed more about time than what I need to get done. And by the time it's nighttime, I didn't get anything done. It's like social media really glamorizes what the highlight of people's lives are, and it looks like they're doing a million things in one day, which it's maybe possible for some people if they really can, you know, time block things, but it's more of learning how to structure your life the way you want it to be, not how theirs is. So it's like, what works for them might not actually work for you. And it's not really worth putting all this effort and worrying about what you're not doing correct or how little of things you're doing. It's a matter of, are you being smart about those things? Work smarter. Well, work harder too. Hustle, bro. But it's like, be strategic with your schedule. Don't stress out about what you didn't accomplish that day. I did that a lot, and it wasn't worth it, especially if I wasn't getting anything out of it. I would literally make checklists of things that I wanted to get done, and if I didn't get those things done, I'm like freaking out. Like, why didn't I get that done? What was I doing in that moment that I could have replaced for something else? Where is my priorities at? I literally just beat on myself for so long, but I got to a point where I'm like, okay, this is literally not necessary. I don't need to be beating myself up about something I didn't get to accomplish today. There is always tomorrow, and we have the same 24 hours in a day. Dedicate your time to doing things that's realistic for that day. If you're trying to read a book, 15 minutes, that's it. If you're trying to go to the gym, hour and a half, that's it. Then you got to think about driving there, depending on how far away your house is to that gym. Let's say it's like 15 minutes, whatever. 15 minutes, hour and a half, 15 minutes back home, that's it. But it's like learning how to structure your time, thinking about how long it takes to get to places, how long it's going to take you to set things up, how long it took me to set up this camera before I filmed. And usually I don't film this late. It's literally 9:32. But all I could think of was, I want to start making making more YouTube videos, being consistent with those. And the only way I can do that is literally starting. That's it. No excuses. Most people nowadays, and like the Gen Z generation, or even the millennials, will like wake up and the first thing that they do is they check their phone. Ugh, already. I'm like, there's no way, because they don't realize the psychology behind it and what it does to the brain when you're exposing yourself to the dopamine so early in the morning. It's like the first thing that you do is you go and check your phone, and our brain is already noticing the colors on our phone. So it's like, that's the whole point of all the logos that Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all these people, they actually had real psychologists figure out how to trick people into getting on the apps more so people can stay on it longer and scroll and see all the colors. But if you were to switch all of your colors to black and white, you wouldn't be as stimulated as you are with the colors. The first hour of your day determines your entire day. There's actual studies that show if you literally if you get up and the first thing you do is get on your phone, you've already set yourself up for failure. You're not making your bed. These are like simple things that go such a long way. Your nervous system was never designed to absorb constant input. Seeing all these comments, seeing all these people, seeing people's lives, what they look like, whatever. Doesn't matter. We were not meant to see that. Comparison literally rewires your self-worth. Comparison isn't even just about looks anymore though. It's like way more than that. We compare our bodies, our discipline, our relationships, our income, our healing journeys, our faith, our productivity, everything and more. Everything that maybe I don't have that someone else has. It's like comparing yourself to that is completely pointless because your journey is going to be totally different than someone else's. And the problem is comparison creates a moving finish line. No matter how much you improve, there will always be someone doing more, looking better, or appearing further ahead. You can't escape it. It's everywhere. And over time, this slowly rewires your self-worth and makes you feel like you're just constantly behind, even when you're exactly where you're supposed to be. That's absolutely mind-blowing to me because we don't think for a second that we're exactly where we're supposed to be and not behind or further or whatever. A lot of people tend to focus on the past or the future, and it's like we never think about the present moment. It's like, why don't we enjoy the moment? Modern women are expected to be literally everything at once. We call this identity overload. Mental exhaustion isn't always about doing too much physically. It's about constantly thinking and creating content in your mind. Thinking about being perceived, thinking about what other people are doing, thinking about he said, she said, whatever. It's like, let's say I was invited to a wedding and the first thing I'm thinking of is who's gonna be there? What are they gonna wear? What am I gonna wear? What food is gonna be there? It's like all these things. It's like creating content in our mind, and it's things that are completely pointless too, but we tend to worry about the small things, which keeps people isolated and stuck at home. So it's like we will think way too soon, and we're like, it's like pre-anxiety. We're getting anxious before the anxiety hits. In our minds too, at least from my experience, we tend to make things scarier than they are actually supposed to be. Like we tend to make things way scarier than they are. And come to find out, there's actually a study that shows 95% of what we think about is not even true. It's literally not even true. Just because you thought about it doesn't mean that's what you are. Learning how to detach yourself from those thoughts. Not everything that you think about is who you are and what you think and what you believe. There's actually a book that explains this as well. Not everything we think of is what we believe. It's just not who you are. So don't identify yourself as your thoughts. The constant self-monitoring creates cognitive fatigue, and it's just exhausting. It's super draining, which is why you might feel tired on days you hardly did anything. Mental health goes into literally everything you do, and a lot of people don't take it seriously enough, but it's like physically you can be doing well, but mentally you're hardly even there. And why are we not taking mental health as serious as it should be? That is what gets us ready for the day. That's what prepares us to talk to people. That's what prepares us to have a good attitude. That's what prepares us to make breakfast in the morning. It's like, it seems so little, but when we actually have our things together mentally, physically, you will start seeing a difference. It's like thinking positive and you start seeing positive outcomes. Simple psychology. Anything that controls your peace will end up controlling you. So if you're constantly putting energy towards wrong outlets and coping coping mechanisms and the wrong people, the wrong environment, whatever you want to call it, it will start to control you because you're no longer setting those boundaries that you originally had. You're now letting your guard down and letting people, things, places, whatever, step over those things. And there's actually a way to self-regulate your nervous system that a lot of people don't really talk about. And like rebuilding your peace and protecting yourself from negative energy. You don't need to disappear from life and everything around you or every app that you have. That's not really necessary. Although for me, that is what helped was when I was really down bad. I never say that. I actually ended up deleting, one of my social media pages and then coming back on it maybe 2 weeks later. But it's like I gave myself a break mainly because I didn't really think it was healthy for me. So that's what helped me. But you don't need to do that. Protect your mornings and nights like they're freaking sacred. Your mornings are preparing you for the day and your night is preparing you for your mornings. So it's like, that's why I have a morning and a night routine. I don't get on my phone an hour. I wait about actually 90 minutes in the morning before I get on my phone, so I don't affect myself the rest of the day. And then at night, I will not get on my phone an hour before I go to bed, just because give yourself a break. If you're constantly on your phone and your hour time on your phone says like 11 or 12 hours, you're basically in jail. It's like scrolling on your phone. How do you not get drained, bro? I get so drained. Consume less and create more. I will say this as well. Peace is a skill that people can develop. Anyone can develop it. It's just a matter of you choosing that skill. It's not a personality trait. The most powerful version of you is not doing more. They're just distracted less. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.